Good morning, everyone. This is Riley with Midwest Market Management, bringing the Thursday, January 8th rendition of South America weather from a national yield perspective. Looking at today, there are some changes, especially in that 6 to 10 day outlook for rain for Brazil and Argentina. So, actually, some changes worth looking at today that is going to alter the way we've kind of been talking about weather down in South America. Other than that, let's get into a perspective of how big of an area we're looking at. So, in terms of a South America crop, we're looking anywhere in Brazil from Mato Grosso and the Tocantins all the way south down through central Argentina. And it's a huge area. If you put just Mato Grosso on on a US map, it's almost the whole Midwest. So this area we're looking at in total is almost the size of the entire US. So this definitely cannot be put into a short little one sentence, what's going on in South America. And that's why we do this broadcast to show you guys what's all going on. With that said, moving into the temperature side of things, 1 to 5 day is showing this region of northern Argentina and western Paraguay, and even a little bit into Mato Grosso do Sul, which is this province here. Very, very warm over the last 3 weeks to a month, been staying pretty consistently in the 90s. If it wasn't for the amount of rainfall they've been getting, there'd definitely be a bit of a story there on the drought side. But other than that, as long as the rain keeps hitting them, there's not going to be a big development. On the rest of the temperature side, some smaller regions here in Brazil going to be in the 90s. And as you're getting that far south into Argentina, you're losing your amount of area that actually has crop. So, in terms of temperatures right now in the 1 to 5 and move into the 6 to 10, some small pocket regions getting some heat, but not enough to cause a major shift or make people think that there's a drought on look coming in. Uh, as we move in now, last 2 weeks of rainfall, switching gears. Areas of Argentina have hit some really solid rain, especially some of that hot region of Paraguay. But there's also some pockets where it has been warm where they're also missing rains. So while as a majority, a lot of the South America crop does look really good right now, there are some of these pocket areas that are potentially going to be losing some yield potential, and especially as we look to the north, we'll start getting an idea of how much all the rain that's been coming is affecting these crops as Mato Grosso harvest is fully underway now for that first crop soybean. Um, Overall, right now, last 2 weeks, not really any big rains since Tuesday. Some smaller stuff here in Argentina, which is why more of that area is into the yellow, but not any big heavy hitters. So moving into the 1 to 5 day, there isn't really anything new. This big sell in Argentina, we've been looking at this for about a week now. We've kind of expected it to come, and between now and the weekend, it's supposed to officially hit. Um, it's a decent rain for that region, and they could use it, but there still is some smaller areas here in the north that are going to be looking for some more rain. And I would say the bigger shift here in the 1 to 5 is up in Brazil, especially Mato Grosso, Tocantins, Goiás, the regions that have been getting 4 to 5 inches of rain every week is starting to slow down. As we can see, most of Mato Grosso being shown to get around an inch to sub-inch. Definitely a big shift there. And as harvest is underway, I definitely think that's what farmers are looking for. But as we start thinking about safrinha crop and where that's getting planted, this region that is also starting to slow down on the rainfall is where that crop's going to be planted. So if they can start drying out now and have that continue into the safrinha crop season, there is a potential story that could develop in safrinha corn. But as of right now, definitely not an issue. I'm being a bit speculative there. So moving into the 6 to 10 day, some more rains here in eastern Brazil. This is a region that also was in a decent need for it. And the big shift is there isn't really a whole lot of rain in the north. That's the one thing we really got to start watching closely now. As you look in that northern region of the growing area for Brazil, they're a region that it's not like the US or, here in the States, we get 5, 6 inches in a week, and that's a bad situation. And there's areas of flooding. That region, they can take 5 to 6 inches a week and need at least an inch a week just to keep those crops going because of how the soils are down there. So seeing less rains, and if that's a trend that continues, we're going to have to watch that pretty close. So overall, right now, national yield for Brazil as well as Argentina, uh, the record potential is there. There's no trying to sugarcoat it. There's not a secret blackball story somewhere right now for especially the bean crop. The big question is what's going to happen on the Safrinha corn. So, and we won't find that out until well, it's in the ground. So, with all that said, that's all I have today. If you have any questions, please feel free to check out Midwest Market Management. We have a website, YouTube channel, or to just call us directly, and somebody here would be happy to talk with you. So, thank you for listening. Hope everyone has a good rest of the week and good weekend. Thank you.
This material has been prepared by a sales or trading employee or agent of Midwest Market Management and is in the nature of a solicitation. This material is not a research report prepared by of Midwest Market Management Research Department. By accepting this communication, you agree that you are an experienced user of the futures markets, capable of making independent trading decisions, and agree that you are not and will not rely solely on this communication in making trading decisions. Distribution in some jurisdictions may be prohibited or restricted by law. Persons in possession of this communication indirectly should inform themselves about and observe any such prohibition or restrictions. To the extent that you have received this communication indirectly and solicitations are prohibited in your jurisdiction without registration, the market commentary in this communication should not be considered a solicitation. The risk of loss in trading futures and/or options is substantial, and each investor and/or trader must consider whether this is a suitable investment. Past performance, whether actual or indicated by simulated historical tests of strategies, is not indicative of future results. Trading advice is based on information taken from trades and statistical services and other sources that of Midwest Market Management believes are reliable. We do not guarantee that such information is accurate or complete, and it should not be relied upon as such. Trading advice reflects our good faith judgment at a specific time and is subject to change without notice. There is no guarantee that the advice we give will result in profitable trades.